I've been working for the weekend, but that weekend never came. Will you pat my back tomorrow if I break my back today? Yeah, it's 7 a.m. and I can't seem to keep my eyes shut. Even if I get up, even if I get beat down, will I be fine? Nah, 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 nah. If I do my... If I do my time, nah, 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 I guess I'll sleep when I'm dead. I've been working for the weekend, but that weekend never came. Will you pat my back tomorrow if I break my back today? I've been going off the deep end, my sanity's at stake. Will you pat my back tomorrow if I break my back today? If I break my back today.
I was broke, well, I still am. Mama said if you don't work, it might hit the fan. I got it, I'm on my money guard, I'm digging the bands. You cannot find me in the club unless I'm saving the sand. Cause I'ma work, kahale. And a guap, pahale. They say I got a problem, I believe in money trees. I've been working on the weekend to cop a spot and believe, yeah.
Will you stick by, nah, 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 nah? Will I do my time, nah, 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 nah? I guess we'll hang when I'm dead. I've been working for the weekend, but that weekend never came. Will you pat my back tomorrow if I break my back today?
And after 2 hours, we're finally done with our brand new desk setup. That was a lot of arranging to do for us. We had to assemble a lot of new stuff, and I'm so excited to share it with everyone. So right off the bat, whenever it comes to desk setup, this is something that I really put a lot of time into. There's not just one desk setup that just solves all your problems. Over the course of time, you constantly have to make some upgrades from here and there. When you guys saw my initial desk setup back in January, I was actually using a red monoblock, which you guys saw earlier. So we have a brand new chair here from Stan's Philippines. This is called the Better Work Light chair. I got this one in the black color and it looks really, really clean. When I was building my desk setup back in January, something that I didn't get to take into account of was how expensive a chair may be, or how expensive some brands of the chair may be. This one from Stan's Philippines sells for around 5,000 to 6,000 pesos if I'm not mistaken. And this looks really, really clean. I think the black looks perfect on my desk setup since majority of my room does contain hints of black and gray. My personal recommendation when it comes to getting a chair would first be the design. You gotta make sure that it blends well with your setup. I always opt for neutral options like white or black. In this case, black was the perfect option. Next would be the comfort and the ergonomics. You have to pick a chair that you can really sit on for a number of hours. Whenever I'm working, I'm in this chair for over 10 hours and I just have to make sure that this chair is gonna be comfortable for the long run. Something that you might want to take into consideration is lumbar support with the chair. This one comes in with a built-in lumbar support. I personally learned about lumbar support when I first got my gaming chair. It was a bit uncomfortable at first, but over on the long run, I think it just helps you get a better posture whenever you're sitting down. Alright, so the next thing I actually look for in a chair is how breathable the chair is. Summer's crazy here in the Philippines. We reach around 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, and that's really, really hot. I only have a fan turned on when I'm working and I really sweat all throughout the day. It's crazy if you see me here working. This chair is actually really breathable, and I think this chair just allows my back to breathe better, wherein I don't sweat that much compared to my gaming chair. It's pretty much that chair that will really just last you for years. Since this chair is more on the budget end, Stance does offer more variety and more pricier options. One thing that you are losing out on is the armrest. This is not adjustable, but this is actually a plus to most people since this actually promotes a healthier posture once again, besides from the lumbar support. Since the armrests are locked in at 90 degrees, this is actually the ideal type of position that you want into the desk when you're actually tucked into the desk and your arms just sit on this properly. So to sum it up, this ergonomic chair from Stance is basically just affordable, breathable, and presentable. It won't let you down whenever you're building a desk setup, so do check it out. I'll leave a link down below. So for the next upgrade, upgrade. This was actually something that we did a video on in the past. My most recent video, if I didn't upload anything between now and then, this is my custom built mechanical keyboard, which I'm really happy about. I'll keep this short. Keyboard just looks really chic, minimalistic, and it just blends in with the desk really perfectly. If you're someone that just wants to try out this whole new typing experience, I'd say go for it, but you have to prepare your wallet since this does pack a punch. It's really quite pricey compared to your average Logitech keyboards out there. But the typing experience is really different and I can really vouch for that. I personally got the silent switches. When it comes to the typing experience, I chose silent keys because whenever I'm multitasking, I don't want other people to hear that I'm multitasking because I just find it rude sometimes. So I did opt for the silent switches on that case. And you can never go wrong with RGB in the keyboard. But personally, I just keep this to one color or sometimes no color at all since I do love the design of this keyboard and there's no need for any RGB just to up the game of this keyboard. And something that I'm really happy about is this cable that I got. I'll link it down below as well. I just sent them over the hex colors of my keyboard and they were able to match the accent keys. So it does match with my keyboard and it blends in with my setup really well. 2 thumbs up for that. So for the next product on our list, we have another product from Stance. This is a Stance Hover laptop stand. For the meantime, I've decided to use it on my 12.9-inch iPad Pro and it just really fills up the entire space of the stand because of its size. It's as big as a laptop. I guess the overall theme of this setup is that you can't really have enough screens. This Hover laptop stand is really nice if you plan on having your laptop on the side as a dual screen. It does serve its purpose. At the same time, it gives you a really nice viewing angle. You have this laptop stand right beside your monitor just so that you have 2 screens working on 2 separate tasks at the same time. Right now, I just have my iPad on Spotify since I'll be talking about my laptop here later on. This laptop stand from Stance is really sturdy, and whenever you're just trying to adjust it, you feel like it's trying to fight back, which is actually good. So the joints of this laptop stand are really tight, and you just know that your laptop or your tablet is going to be really secure whenever you're using this stand. And that's actually really important since whenever you're buying these cheaper stands, there are really lots of cases wherein it just wobbles a lot and it just doesn't feel secure. Whenever you're putting such an expensive gadget on top, you want to feel secured, and that's why I went for this option. And lastly, one thing I wanted to show you guys was this thing behind the laptop stand, wherein there's this big cutout. I think this would actually be really beneficial for a lot of laptops since it makes the stand overall more breathable, wherein when you're working for long periods of hours and you can just hear the fan of your laptop, you know that it's gonna be circulating out of this stand instead of keeping all of the heat. So that's a big plus. And since we're in this angle already, I've recently put a lot of plants into my setup. Well, just actually one plant, and I have another plant over here for my room. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it already and it just really blends well with the setup. I have a fortune plant over here from an Instagram shop named ShopleafPH. This is not sponsored at all, but I opted for this fortune plant that's really easy to take care of, and more than just the desk, I think it really just taught me how to take some breaks from time to time wherein I just water this plant. It's really easy to take care of. If you know me, I've killed a lot of plants in the past, but this one, I've kept it for over 2 months now. You just water it once every 2 weeks. So if you want to elevate your game with some greens, I definitely recommend it. It looks good when you're taking a video just like this one wherein it just adds more color. So go for it if you want to add some living things into your setup. So what's up guys, if you're still watching, thank you so much. I mentioned a lot of Stance products here in this video, and if you're interested in any of them at all, I have a code down below. I think it's Byron10 for 10% off across the Stance website. I don't get any commission from this, so the 10% goes to you. So you get 10% off discount on these products, so go check them out, and let's get back to the video. Oh, I didn't see you there. So our next piece is actually the Pro X monitor riser from Stance with this keyboard tray. Gives you a lot of space, but hold on, let's switch angles so that you guys can check it out better. For the last upgrade on our desk setup, this one's actually a Pro X riser from Stance Philippines. And one thing that I actually couldn't remove out of my brand new desk setup was my electric standing table. And a number of you guys were commenting on that video asking me where I got it from or telling me that it's too expensive of an upgrade. I found this alternative for everyone who's actually on a budget or just someone who has this really good table at home that you don't want to replace, good enough for you already, but want this overall standing experience to help promote a better posture. Since, like what I mentioned earlier, something that I can't stress enough is that whenever we're working for long periods of time, it's really important to have good posture, good health, good ergonomics, since investing in these type of gadgets or accessories in this case really helps in the long run. It just feels so much better when you're standing and you're not seated all day. It's a better alternative. I'm not telling you to stand all day, but it's good to stretch out for some periods of time. My Apple Watch actually reminds me when to stand, and I religiously follow this. So that's a good tip if you have an Apple Watch as well. So let me show you guys basically a day in the life of how my standing breaks go with the Stance Pro X riser. Whenever I'm done with this sitting situation, all I have to do is head over to the back and just pull this lever, wherein the gas lift actually helps lift the table without any hassle. I didn't put any effort at all. It wasn't heavy. And the main parts that I actually really like about this riser is first, the tablet compartment, wherein I can put the iPad that I mentioned earlier and just put it there whenever I want to type. So that's really nice. And this keyboard tray overall just helps promote a better posture and just better circulation in my body when I'm standing, since I do want to be comfortable when I'm standing. So let's put this aside. And whenever you use this hover laptop stand with this Pro X riser, I just feel that it gives you a good viewing angle where you can just adjust this. Maybe you can lower it a bit while tilting the screen up. And it's so easy to see. You won't have to stress at all. Perfect for your standing break, since standing won't actually be a hassle for once. So yeah, to anyone who's actually looking for a standing desk alternative, I suggest you check this one out. But for those who just want a standing option, wherein you can just bring this desk all over the house. It's actually really big, lots of space here. I think you can actually fit two 24-inch monitors here. I think the iMac, the brand new iMac, fits perfectly here as well. So you can go for this option. I think it's around 11,000 over in Stance. It's on sale right now. And I'll leave a link down below, so check that out. But aside from that, I think that's pretty much it for this desk setup. If you're curious about any of the items here from my old setup to my new setup or both, just leave a comment down below. I'll answer it. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd happily answer it. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.